The action continues here at the San Andres Sports Complex in Manila as we bring you the 2023 Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational Tournament. We are down to our last two games of our Saturday offering. At makikita natin Casey Dongallo ready to go here as we take a look at our matches here. We had straight set wins itong ating unang apat na laban, which brings us to our last two games, St. Clare California Academy, and sa huling game natin, Arellano versus FU. But first things first, St. Clare will take on California Academy, debuting here in our Shakey Super League. Hello everyone who's watching us live on the Plus Network digital platforms and also on the Shakey's Super League social media pages. Diretso tayo sa team standings, Richie. We see here California yet to make their debut here, samantala St. Clair losing their opening assignment.
Yes, exactly. And of course, California Academy really looking for their first win in today's match to tie up with FEU, who already has their first win. And of course, we have St. Clair, who is looking to bounce back from their first game.
That's right. So let's take a look at what happened in that last game, the St. Clair FEU game. St. Clair, the upstarts, they had a valiant effort, but ultimately just too much firepower coming from the girls from Diliman.
Well, they did suffer a straight set loss against FEU, where the Baby Tamaraw secured their early lead with a combination of great composure, giving St. Clair a difficult time to compose themselves as well. We are looking for a bounce-back game from them today.
Margaret Aceras was the lone bright spot there with 7 points. She'll look to build on that performance. Meanwhile, let's discuss itong California Academy lineup. And we have two former national team players here in Jelay Gajero and itong si Casey Dongallo. And
yes,
you see here head coach Dr. Obet E. Vital. At itong kupunan na to, they've participated in various leagues and have reigned supreme so far, Richie.
Yes, exactly. In a program that has produced highly recruited players such as Dongallo and Gajero, like you said, Ken, will have their debut game today. They already won multiple championships and has matched up to professional teams. We shall expect greatness in today's introductory match for the California Academy.
All right, the teams are ready, so we'll turn you over to Megan Cabrera for the opening pleasantries.
Sports Complex Manila. This is the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. It's time to meet our participants in match number 11 in the Girls Invitational League. Starting off with the California Academy. They are led by team captain number 12, Kizzy Madriaga, and starting libero number 10, Shamel Fernandez. Let's welcome the rest of their team. Number 4, Monica Soliven. Number 5, Jeneline Umayam. Number 6, Maxine Lotivio. Number 7, Jelaika Gajero. Number 8, Lovenel Ebale. Number 9, KC Dongallo. Number 11, Evian Micalier. Number 14, Friana Villaret. And our second libero, number 13, Alia Santiago. And their opponents, the St. Clare College of Caloocan, led by team captain number 7, Faith Emas, with starting libero number 6, Abigail Jacinto. Let's welcome the rest of their team. Number 1, Andrea Begasa. Number 2, Jessica Elong. Number 3, Jehail Moraga. Number 10, Krill Aculado. Number 11, Janil Senabare. Number 13, Danel Datiles. Number 14, Jasmine Rivero. Number 15, Angenica Labitag. Number 18, Patricia Ebardo. Number 20, Margaret Aceras. And second libero, Crisela Costa. And our officials for this match. First referee, Ivan Escamillas, national referee. Second referee, Kim Yadaw, national referee. Requesting the players, coaching staff, and team officials of California Academy to please proceed to the court for your official team photo.
With us here at the San Andres Sports Complex in Manila. Ito po yung second to the last match natin between St. Clare College and California Academy, who is taking their photo op given that it's their first game. So expectations from you, Richie, with this lineup here for Coach Obet Vital.
You know, today was actually the first time I heard about California Academy, but from everything I've heard from the coach and all of our people here is that their program is very extensive and very impressive at that point.
And sa mga nagtataka siguro, first time nila panoorin itong California Academy. Yes, indeed, they will play with their mask on. That has been the case for them in the other tournaments that they participated into. So sanay na ito sa gantong setting and they've been acclimated to that. And Coach Obet Vital certainly taking the precautionary measures here as we turn you over for the call out of the starters.
Let's now meet our starters, beginning with St. Clare College of Caloocan. With team captain number 7, Faith Emas. Number 3, Jahail Moraga. Number 11, Janil Senabre. Number 13, Danel Datilis. Number 18, Patricia Ebardo. Number 20, Margaret Aceras. And our starting libero, Abigail Jacinto. Head coach for St. Clare College of Caloocan, Coach Jeline Escobar. And now our starters for California Academy, beginning with number 12, team captain Kizzy Madriaga. Number 4, Monica Sullivan. Number 5, Jenaline Omayam. Number 6, Maxine Lotivio. Number 7, Jelaika Gajero. Number 9, KC Dongalio. And our starting libero, Shamel Fernandez. Head coach for California Academy, Dr. Obet Vital.
Take a look here, St. Clare College of Caloocan and California Academy Antipolo squaring off in the second to the last matchup here on our Saturday, offering starting lineup here for St. Clare: Moraga Emas, Janil Senabre, Daniel Datiles, Patricia Ebardo, Margaret Aceras, and Abigail Jacinto as their starting libero. Samantala naman, the debuting California Precision Sports Antipolo with lineup rolling with Jaira Lopez, Jenaline Umayan, Maxine Lotivio, Jelay Gajero, KC Dongalio, Kizzy Madriaga. As we take a look at our set. First set natin is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. It's imperative, as I say that, Dongalio with the hit. It's imperative here for St. Clare to have a good start here kontra dito sa California Academy.
Great celebration coming from St. Clare, introducing themselves here in the Shakey's Girls Invitational League.
So California Precision Sports, they have two of the most talented high school players here in Jelay Gavero at ito si KC Dongalio. The 1-2 punch para dito ay Dr. Obet Vital.
Exactly, and warm-up pa lang, Ken. Kita mo na yung potential ng players na to for their future careers.
Easy over. Chance here to mount an attack if you're California. But that time, an error. Nabiyayaan doon ng St. Clair. So St. Clair trying to bounce back from that tough loss against FEU Diliman. They lost in straight sets there. Dongalio pounding her way inside. Makita mo doon, Richie, tough angle to work with, but nonetheless, si Dongalio.
And even though she was far from the net already, she still hammered that down without hesitation.
Let's see what California will do here. Sullivan from the middle.
Easy placement to zone 5 for that point.
We saw there Sullivan, the extension, and finding his spot in the corner. Good attack and a net touch violation kontra dito sa California. So CPS, yung 2 points pinamigay nila via errors. Kaya naman it's 4-2 in favor of California Precision Sports Antipolo. Good set. And through the block, that's their first point via the attack.
Not the block hit for St. Clair.
That was Margaret Aceras, the bright spot sa kanilang opening game against FEU.
She scored 7 out of 18 points.
So almost half of their output. Wow, look at that. Man, Casey Dongalio showing out early.
Proves to show why she is highly recruited.
Wala nang nagawa yung depensa doon ng mga nakaputi. And a service ace. Dongalio once again.
You see California Academy really starting up strong in the first set.
The serve the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. 6-3 CPS. Dug up there. Si Gavero naman ngayon. Good attack. Gavero with a wind up. Sullivan picks it up. So Guerrero trying for those attacks. Pero ang tumapos doon si Sullivan. Villaret will replace itong si Sullivan. 7 serving free CPS. Dongalio from Catmon, Northern Cebu. Only 7 years. And instant offense para dito kay Villaret, which brings us to our first technical timeout. Lamang dito ang CPS 8-3, and so far Richie, good as advertised. Itong girls na naka-gray.
You know, that's what you want to avoid when you're playing California Academy, is to give free balls because it's so easy for them to convert them to plays and to points.
And so far, 1 point coming from the attack. Itong St. Clair, courtesy nitong si Margaret Aceras. But, ito nga, St. Clair just trying to build good habits here. Especially nga, they're undersized, undermanned compared dito sa kalaban nila. They want to build good habits as well as build their confidence here, Richie.
You know, but when they stepped inside the court, I didn't feel any pressure coming from them because they were still head-to-head in the first few exchange of points.
See here, Casey Dongalio also played for Catmon Integrated School under Coach Vilma Veloso.
And to think that she is only 5'6" and
Yeah.
17 years old, and she's already playing like a veteran.
Aceras picked up by Dongalio. Gahero ngayon. Celabre. Dongalio from the back. That's too strong. But you could see lahat ng palo ni Dongalio so far talagang diin na diin.
You know, even if it was a miss set to her, she really will force that ball to cross over the net.
Gahero with a sharp angle.
You see Gahero attacking from the middle and the open side of the court, which makes her really a versatile player.
So early on, you're seeing the dynamic duo doing their stuff. Butik pa sila magkamali na rotation doon. And Kim Yadaw, our second referee, sorting things out here as CPS leads 9-4. So far, Richie, CPS leading by 5 points. Dahil nga Dongalio and Gahero had been as good as advertised so far.
Although I feel like they are still heating up, that they have more to show in the upcoming sets.
Natandaan natin, itong CPS, they have been together for 6 years already. Most of them, grade 7 pa lang, magkakasama na sila dito.
I believe they have a grassroots program that starts ever since they were young until they are ready to be brought up in this type of tournaments.
And I think Kim Yadaw has awarded the point to St. Clair because of a rotational error.
Good job for our second referee.
So itong CPS, ito nga, they've been together for 6 years and they played professional teams, collegiate teams, and in fact won against UE. Hindi yung juniors team yung
The
seniors team.
yes.
They actually won against them in one of their matches. Recently as last year lang yun.
I believe that during the pandemic, they had a bubble.
Yeah.
And they trained together, which gives them the advantage because that means they're very familiar with one another, and that's a great advantage to have as a team.
And you know, it's not easy to play with the mass. Certainly na ganito ka-intense yung ilalaroan nila, but they've grown accustomed to it, and so far, sa lahat ng tournaments na sinalihan nila, they've been showing out.
Yes,
Really.
Play with a mask, especially in an air-conditioned gym.
Yeah. It's really tough. Then serving 6, actually, St. Clair not budging so far. Staying right with it. Gahero. Nothing to do there if you're Datiles.
Too strong for a single block.
Gahero and Dongalio so far piling up the points.
You know how she move actually reminds me of Bertolano
That's right.
from UP.
She will try once again.
An off the block hit.
So far, ito St. Clair, good job on their floor defense, but that time, that was just too much.
You know, maybe that is the advantage of not having that much height, is that you're closer to the floor, mas maliksi ka gumalaw sa court.
And a timeout requested by Coach Jeline Escobar. They are trailing by 7, 13-6.
Kaya naman Ayaw nyo lang kumilos Uy, depensa tayo. Patay tayong bola. Pat! Nalilito ka pati yung pwesto mo, hindi mo tinitignan kung nasaan. Tara, pasa tayo maganda. Patay tayo isa, okay?
Coach Jeline really instructing her girls to ask for the ball and bring the ball up first, to have that first ball so that they can produce some aggressive attacks.
So it's not corrected. It's only 12-6 in favor of CPS. Lotivio at the service line. At nabitin doon, the moment of hesitation.
I feel like she opted for a drop ball, noticing that she has two really tall blockers towering over her already.
Now it's 13-6 for California Academy.
St. Clair actually producing good first balls. It's just them converting them into fast plays that will damage the defensive line of California Academy.
But so far, it's been error after error after error. Kaya nahihirapan silang makahabol dito. Ay papaltan na muna dito si Ebardo ni Labitag. Labitag inserted here by Coach Escobar. And a service ace for the girls in gray.
St. Clair really giving California Academy a number of easy points coming from their errors.
15 serving 6. Ito, bagong pasok but falling short was Labitag. And itong CPS pagbabaon ng double-digit lead, 16-6 as we head into our second technical timeout. Back with us here at the San Andres Sports Complex in Manila for the continuing coverage of the Shakey Super League. Ken Pangalinan, kasama ko po si Richie Cordero. And we're down to our second to our last game. CPS leading 16-6. And nakapuntos na dito ang St. Clair College. Take a look at that back row hit. And siya ulit, si Aceras, asserting herself here.
It's important that St. Clair actually has that spark plug to boost their confidence up.
Ooh, service ace! Look at that!
Surprising error coming from California Academy.
Back-to-back points. Service ace courtesy of Daniel Datiles.
Right away, a great adjustment for that first ball.
Gajero from the right.
Back row attack for Aceras.
Gajero will try once again, and that time she won't be denied.
An off the block hit coming from Gajero. Really sizing that ball to the right.
Tough angle to work with, patagawa ng paraan doon ni Gajero. Jelay Gajero was part of the SEA Games alongside Casey Dongallo in Hanoi. And mind you, Richie, yung SEA Games na yun, kasama nila yung mga senior players like Aiza Valdez, Gia Morado. They were part of that squad, and imagine the experience and learnings they got from that stint.
Imagine the exposure.
Yeah. Gajero from the back row. Chance ball for CPS. And Umayam. Well, that was a net touch anyway. Kontra dito sa St. Clair College.
He really tried to tip that over, but oh, it was a net touch from St. Clair.
19 serving 8. And the service ace for Jelay Gajero. And a timeout requested by Coach Jeline Escobar. Let's listen in to St. Clair's timeout.
Pinasok na, hindi mo pa rin ginagawa yung best mo. Sabi ko, mag-drop ka muna para makapasok yung mga spiker mo. Desgarte tayo. Harapan mo yung blocker mo. Nahuli ka eh. Relax lang, relax lang. Tawa mo yung tao mo. Isa lang yun oh. Tara, bawi tayo isa. Kaya naman eh.
Gajero still on that service line.
And you saw there, Coach Jeline Escobar not happy with her girls after that last timeout. Parang nakikita niya kasi unti-unti na silang bumibigay dito. Nung una, medyo nakakadikit na sila eh. Good response! And immediately, the bench and the coaches applauding in approval.
You know, sometimes when you hear the chants of your teammates and your coach, it really will give you the confidence to play better.
Ebardo with the point. And serving now is Jacinto. Faith Emas rather, their setter.
Great net presence coming from St. Clair. And
Double contact violation against their setter. Ayun, miss hit nga.
I feel like that became a double contact error because her foot was blocked, so she couldn't turn her body away.
St. Clair a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Great net presence coming from California Academy.
Emas ngayon, activates the middle and Moraga obliges.
Exactly what they needed. A textbook play.
Medyo semi-quick nga yun eh, but Moraga doing just enough. Tongalio blocked. She will try again. Good floor defense by Aceras. Tongalio again, this time from the back.
Great adjustment coming from Dongalio.
And sayang kasi they were able to foil those two attempts by Casey. But that time around, ganda rin kasi ng slice sa bola doon.
You see
Tongalio.
You see that she barely jumped, but she was still able to place that ball where she noticed that there were no players of St. Clair.
21-11, Emas. Back set to Ebardo. From the back, Umayam. Emas. Counter back row attack. Kay Aceras. And Villarep was the score with the score there.
Good job reading her blockers. Medyo nakatapat na yung blockers niya and she was fast enough, quick enough to adjust that to become a drop ball.
22-11, CPS now doubling the output netong St. Clair College. Another try for the lefty and it works. Para dito kay Senabre.
Offset, but Senabre was able to adjust quickly for that set.
Janil Senabre. Good response. But as I say that, compounding their woes with a service error. 2 points na lang ang kailangan dito ng CPS. (23 serving 12). Good first ball. Sets up Senabre, but unable to cross the ball across the net.
She was a bit late on that approach as well.
Ebale will come in, replacing itong si Jenlyn Umayam. So it's set point time for California Precision Sports Antipolo. Emas goes to Margaret, blocked by Dongalio. She will try again. And good response para dito kay Margaret Aceras.
We really have to commend St. Clair's floor defense as well. They have been getting the block points of California Academy.
Sa nakikita mo si Aceras lumalaban despite the score. Actually not minding the score but continuing to chug in. Let's see where they should go to. Dongalio puts it away.
An easy tip for Dongalio. Banking this first set for them.
Casey Dongalio and the rest of CPS pretty much in command as they won set number 1, 25-13. Set number 2 in just a bit. Wag po kayong aalis. Back with us here for the 2023 Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. Ken Panglinan alongside Richie Cordero. And Richie, many people have been anticipating itong CPS, and in set number 1, they've been as good as advertised.
Well, the first set, we witnessed California Academy introducing themselves as a force to be reckoned with. We saw powerful kill attacks and impressive saves from the floor defense, not to mention their heavy loaded serves, while St. Clair also doing their best to defend through blocking and floor defense.
We highlighted certain players, yung national team players nila, si Casey Dongallo at itong si Jelay Gahero, but other players have really stepped up. Jenaline Umayam, Sullivan, and Lotivio have chipped in points for Coach Dr. Obet Vital.
While we also have notable mentions such as Margaret Aceras for St. Clare College of Caloocan.
Yep, Margaret Aceras was trying to will her team in set number 1, but ultimately falling down 25-13. And this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. As we are here in set number 2, si Dongallo, walang problema.
More power coming from Dongallo compared to her first set attacks.
Sa arinig mo yung tunog, you could really feel the power oozing from those spikes from Dongallo. Look at that!
Great net presence coming from
Gahero. Take a look once again. Regalo. Easy pickings for Jelay. And a service ace. California Precision Sports rolling here.
Momentum remains with California Academy as they come out in the second set as aggressive as the first set.
3-0. Ebardo sending it over.
Good first ball, a chance for a play.
Gahero again!
This girl is flying through the air and is providing so much power in every attack she does.
Alam mo, pag kinumpare mo si Dongallo and etong si Gahero, very different approaches. Ito si Gahero, very springy. Ang bilis talaga ng talon niya. While si Dongallo,
more of strength.
that's right. And here we goes. Once again, Gahero. Unstoppable. 3 points here in set number 2, Jelay Gahero. Five nothing in this set. Block. St. Clair will try once again from the back. Dongallo, tinawid ang bola. Lotivio goes back to Jelay.
She produces the exact same attacks but the same exact outcome as well. I believe that is her 4th attack of the set already.
Last 3 points courtesy of Jelay Gahero. Picked up there by Madriaga. From the back, Umayam. Ebardo. Chance here for CPS. Dongallo picked up, but ultimately the ball sails out.
You know, sometimes when the ball is as strong as Dongallo attacks it, it's really hard to control the ball and still receive the ball to be given to the setter.
7-0 for CPS. And that time, Ebardo through the block.
Off the block point coming from St. Clair.
Patricia Ebardo.
You know, given that you have tall blockers in front of you, more often than not, you really have to give all of your power so that that ball will find its way to the other side of the court.
7-1, Kizzy Madriaga sets up Gahero. Good pickup job there by Aceras. Madriaga goes back to Gahero. Mat scramble here for St. Clair. Easy over. Chance here for CPS. Gahero, tinawid. Oh, sayang.
Sayang na sayang. Great net presence coming from St. Clair, but a miss hit on that net.
And ito si Moraga, obviously frustrated. Nasa kanya na yung puntos na yun, but ultimately California Precision Sports Antipolo with a 7-point lead early in set number 2, Richie. And grabe ang pinapakita nila so far. Nung unang set, medyo nangangapa sila
sumasabay pa
actually.
sila eh.
But eto nga, tignan natin at ating Super Fans of the Day brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Take a look at these four. I assume magkakabarkada. Enjoying the game between St. Clair College and California Precision Sports Antipolo.
Well, that's the best way to enjoy pizza from Shakey's is when you're together with your loved ones.
That's right. So Jelay Gahero on deck to serve. Bukod sa pagiging volleyball player, ito si Jelay Gahero. She actually plays the guitar and the piano.
Impressive.
Di ba? Gusto ko sana magpasample ito minsan as Gahero from the back streaming good music.
Exactly. And you know, it's nice to hear that they have other things to do instead of volleyball. And I know Dr. Obet, their head coach, really prioritizes their studies and their outside life instead of volleyball.
And a service ace, Jelay Gahero. 6 out of the 10 points, courtesy of number 7. Grabe, itong batang ito. Ngayon, it's gonna be interesting kung saan sila mapupunta in their college careers. But meanwhile, a good reply para dito kay Moraga.
That's exactly what they need, is to convert their free balls and perfect delivering to the setter so that they can convert it into fast plays such as that.
The lefty. And she goes for it again. And it is out. Villaret, medyo nasobrahan doon. So 10-3 in favor of CPS. Good serve. Madriaga sets up Dongalio.
Lucky that that hit the net for St. Clair.
Another chance, Madriaga. Blocked. Dongalio.
St. Clair's forward defense is actually really commendable
Mm-hmm.
in the second set and in the first set too.
Yeah. Actually, maganda naman yung floor defense nila. It's just that di lang sila makakonvert.
Exactly.
At hindi rin nila mapigilan. Although that time, nag-outside yung palo doon ni Gahero. (10-4). Gahero again. Madriaga sets up Dongalio in the middle.
And again, that powerful attack coming from Dongalio. And you see Dongalio and Gahero attacking from all sides of the court. Mapa-open, mapa-opposite, or middle, or kahit sa likod nga eh.
And pag nakikita mo si Dongalio, parang favorite niya yung gumaglide siya pa diagonal eh. And approaching those hits.
And you know, even though she has the most powerful hand when it comes to spiking, she also knows how to place the ball, which is very important when you're an attacker.
Aceras, meanwhile, as usual, providing offense for St. Clair College. Miss-hit. So it's 12-5. Dongalio now to serve. 17 years of age. Gahero And that is a double contact violation kontra dito sa CPS.
St. Clair can really take advantage of the errors the California Academy is committing right now.
12-6. Good serve. Gahero from the back.
Good adjustment.
And good attack. Nakita mo yon. Siya yung pumulot and siya rin yung pumalo. Margaret Aceras.
Such a smart play from Margaret Aceras. You really see her effort to gain that point from a play.
Sa kanina ko napapansin din, Aceras is not only doing her damage in points, pero maganda rin yung contribution niya from the back row, digging up those attacks from CPS.
And if you can see her height difference with California Academy, is very noticeable. That's why she is been playing smart, trying to get that off the block spikes and attacks and trying to really place the ball where California Academy has having difficulty to receive in.
Saka not the most athletic built, itong si Aceras. But really efficient on her attacks and approaches. But nakapuntos na naman ang CPS doon. 13-7. Halos ganito rin yung set number 1 eh. Yung St. Clair, wouldn't go away early on. But tong set number 1 nga, nakalayo na ng tuluyan yung CPS towards the latter stages of that set. And look at that hit. Aceras once again.
As I was saying, she really is trying to place that ball, playing really smart for her team.
(13-8). 5-point lead.
As said in volleyball, you don't have to have the strongest attacks. You just have to have the most effective ones.
Madriaga hinabol, Gahero. That's too strong. So the errors piling up for CPS. (13-9).
St. Clair really taking advantage of the errors being committed by California Academy. That was a great serve, by the way.
Dongalio, tinawid at nakahanap ng butas.
With a little bit of help coming from the net, Dongalio successfully got that ball to the other side of the net.
Lotivio now at the service line. 14 serving 9.
Great set.
And Dogalio hindi na nahabol doon. So nakikita mo St. Clair paunti-unti finding a way to provide offense here. And hindi naman sila masyado na pag-iiwanan in this set so far. 14-10, 4-point lead.
I feel like the intensity of California Academy also lessened a bit since they got that long run from the early times of the set.
Sabi ni Casey Dongalio, teka muna, I'm still here. I could provide points whenever I want to. 15 serving 10.
That set was a bit too low for St. Clair to even adjust to.
And sayang, and that brings us to our second technical timeout. Lamang dito ang CPS. 16-10, magbabalik po kami. Back with us here as we see the 1-2 punch. So far, good as advertised. Casey Dongalio, 11 points. At kasama naman niya dito, etong si Jelay Gahero, 11 points as well, Richie.
Well, you know, first off, when we first started the first set, we already expected a lot from them, and they are really delivering when it comes to those expectations.
And those two we've mentioned was part of the SEA Games lineup in Hanoi, Vietnam. Kasama nila dyan sila Eliza Valdez, Julia Morado. 16-10, block point.
What could have been a great play coming from St. Clair was easily anticipated by the blockers of California Academy.
And you know, what's impressive din dito sa California Precision Sports Antipolo, hindi rin sila nabiyayaan ng height eh. Probably most of their players 5'5", 5'6".
Yeah, if you can see, Casey Dongalio is only 5'6", and Jalay Gajero is 5'5". You can really tell that if they can reach their heads above the net, then they really are high leapers.
Muna tayo para may atake kasi pag walang receive, walang atake. Tara, tulong-tulong tayo, tulong-tulong. Usap kasi kayo. Mag-usap tayo. Kaya yan, kaya yan. Tibay lang. Bawi tayo isa. Receive muna tayo.
And again, simple volleyball starts with the receive, which exactly is what Coach Jeline is mentioning to her girls, to start with the receive so that they can convert points with attacks.
And alam mo, salvageable pa sana ito eh. It's only an 8-point lead. Actually, they cut it as low as 4 points early in the set. But an attack error again para sa St. Clair.
Very costly errors coming from St. Clair. Errors they don't want to commit and give confidence to California Academy.
On deck to serve, Umayam. Emas goes back. Uy! I thought that was sailing out. Pero nakabingwit ng puntos doon si Aceras.
Attacks like those are actually hard to receive, especially when you think they're sailing out, but you're already positioned to receive a ball. It gives you the doubt to actually receive it or to let it pass through.
Lovenel Ebale will replace Jeneline Umayam. With the score, 19-11 para sa California Academy.
Good serve from St. Clair.
Gajero from the right.
But Gajero refuses to give momentum again to St. Clair. You see her forcing that ball to go to the blocker's hands to hit out.
So from the back, Gajero. Madriaga sets up Dongalio.
Dongalio with an easy tip on that ball.
And substitution para dito sa St. Clair College. Agulado, pinalitan na muna dito si Senabre. At sa kabilang dako naman, Micalier will replace Lotivio. (21 serving 11). Itong CPS 4 points away from grabbing their first win.
Dr. Obet now giving chances to his other girls. And Dongalio smashing that to the first line of the other side of the court.
Baon na baon.
That's the most satisfying attacks when you hear that pitik when they attack.
Doubling the output ng St. Clair, 22-11. Gajero, nagkabanggaan pa sila doon. But nonetheless, nakapuntos doon si Villaret. No choice here for St. Clair but to call a timeout. Let's listen in to Coach Jeline Escobar.
Tara, tulong tayo. Nire-receive kayo maayos, Tara. Uy, huwag mo siyang takpan. May size tayo. Patay tayo isa. Pag di gumagana yung harap mo, may likod ka, Tara, tara. Kaya natin yan. Okay lang yan, okay lang yan.
So, ito si Coach Jeline Escobar trying to will her team kahit nga malaki lang yung hinahabol dito. It ain't over until the score reaches 25. Madriaga,
Great kneeling set coming from Madriaga.
which sets up that Villaret attack. And match point na for CPS.
It's nice to see that the players who come off from the bench, even if they start off cold, they are contributing their points as early as now.
Gahero with a good serve. Chance ball. Madriaga sets up Dongalio. Valiant effort dito kay Aceras, but ultimately just too much. As California Precision Sports Antipolo wins it in straight sets, 25-13, 25-11. Casey Dongalio and Jelay Gahero at the forefront of their attacks as they book their first win here. Samantala, itong St. Clair will drop to 0-2. I-interviewin natin ang best player of the game in just a bit. Don't go away. The 2023 Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational Tournament, in which California Precision Sports Academy prevailing over St. Clare College in straight sets, 25-13, 25-11. As we have here our MVP of the match. This best player of the match is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Richie?
You know, Gahero was indeed one of the players who implanted their names here in this league today. She led her team through breathtaking attacks that bounced off the court, commending that continuous run of points that led them to rise in the second set.
At kasama nga natin ngayon si Jelay. Hello Jelay. Una sa lahat, congratulations sa panalo nyo ngayon.
Hello po, thank you po.
So Jelay, of course St. Clair, galing sila sa pagkatalo, but nung unang parts ng first set, medyo maganda yung floor defense sila, but kayo naging persistent kayo. So, ano yung naging mindset nyo coming into this match?
We have in this match po, we have a lot of expectation because we cannot set our level down. We have to maintain our level up, and like our game should be continuously fast, and yeah. Okay, that's it po.
Given that there are a lot of teams in this league, no, mapa-UAP man yan, or provincial teams, or ibang liga, yung exposure na makukuha mo dito, how will you use that as a player?
Para sa akin po, wala naman po ako masyadong ina-expect. I just wanted to play my best and do well inside the court. And ano man po mangyari, bonus na po yun sa akin.
And you did well indeed. Kaya nga, ito na yung pagkakataon mong bumati at magpasalamat, Jelay.
Okay, binabati ko po yung mga nagsusupport sa amin, California family po, yung mga parents po ng teammates ko, parents ko po. Hello po.
And later on, magsasample daw siya ng gitara. But first things first, eto na yung super card and gift
thank you.
certificates from Shakey's. Well-deserved para dito kay Jelay Gajero, our MVP of the match, as we take a look at some of the highlights. Set number 1, we've mentioned, Richie, na actually maganda na may floor defense itong St. Clair. It's just that hindi sila maka-convert, and the firepower ni Jelay Gajero and Casey Dongallo was just too much for them.
Yeah, St. Clair actually performed really well regarding their floor defense. It was just that finishing impact that they needed to gain more points, but as well as California Academy, of course, Gajero leading her team, but also we have Dongallo, as you mentioned, two of our highly recruited players here in the Shakey's Girls Invitational League. More to come, and we are excited for that.
Actually, ito si Casey Dongallo was the majority of the offense provided nung set number 1. Kaya napanalo na yun, 25-13. Pagdating ng set number 2, first 6 of the 10 points nitong CPS was courtesy of Jelay Gajero, and that really set the tone for that set.
And they weren't just points that were easily made, but they were high effort points that you really were taken aback to appreciate because it was textbook volleyball.
So that was really a splendid performance. Nag-chip in din sila Lotivio, si Umayam, and ultimately just too much. California Academy winning it against St. Clair 25-13 and 25-11. So puro straight sets yung ating first 5 match, which brings us to our very last game. The debuting Arellano University will take on the Far Eastern University Diliman. That should be a good one to cap off our Saturday offering. So wag po kayong aalis. Stay tuned only here on the 2023 Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational Tournament.